He is a Grammy award-winning artist who will forever be linked to the city of Memphis, Tennessee. Marc Cohn's hit Walking in Memphis propelled him into the limelight in the 90s. And since that time, he's released numerous albums, toured the world, and is going to be taking the stage at Frederick Meyer Gardens this weekend. He joins us now via Zoom. Good morning, Marc. Thanks so much for taking the time out.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Of course, naturally, it's the elephant in the room. They hear your name and they think of that great song, Walking in Memphis. I got to ask, do you have a street or anything named after you in Memphis?
I think I may be part of a rhythm and blues display or something. I'm not really sure. I was invited to be there when they did something, but I can't remember what. And I've been given the key to the city and various beautiful things like that.
Ah, that's good to know. Anytime I want to go to Memphis, just call you up. You got the key to every door. All right, so the key to the city is yours. Actors who get, say, pigeonholed or they're known for one thing find it hard to break out. And that, I'm sure, is a double-edged sword for you. With such a great hit that so many people know, but I'm sure that you'd like people to experience more of your music. If you could, to the, say, casual fan out there who knows Walking in Memphis, what would be the next song that you'd recommend for those fans?
Well, that's a good question. The top three over the years seem to be for my audience Memphis, then a song I wrote for my dad called Silver Thunderbird, and then a song that a lot of people use in their weddings called True Companion. Those are the three most popular songs as far as I can tell. But I just keep on touring mainly to introduce people that might know some of my music so that they hear a good deal more. I'm really proud of the 50 or 60 songs I've released. Obviously, Memphis is the biggest. But I would say, just do some exploring and you'll find something new.
Absolutely. Don't stop at just one hit that you know. You got to expand. So that song, Walking in Memphis, obviously did a little research. Seems to be an autobiographical experience based on some time you spent battling some writer's block. Are you still writing in that autobiographical style? Are your songs still telling the story of your life?
I would say yes and no. I mean, first of all, I didn't write that much over the whole COVID thing. I did some songwriting by Zoom with another songwriter. But I'm just slowly, now that I'm on the road again, getting used to the fact that I might need to put out a record and then go promote it. So I haven't written that much over the last couple of years, but my stuff always seems to be self-referred to some degree. But you can't make it so personal that it can't be universal. So there's a fine line to walk there.
So you take your personal experiences, maybe put it through a filter that will appeal to a wider audience. Is that safe to say?
I mean, I'm really just writing the song for me to begin with. If it touches other people and resonates for someone else, that's great. But for the most part, I'm just happy to write a song.
It can be difficult, obviously. Songwriting, I think it's an underrated skill. Though people hear this music maybe on the radios, or they go out and buy an album, to know that you're just sitting down there with pen and paper, or maybe nowadays with an iPad. What are people to expect at your show? Is there audience interaction? Are people always yelling out requests?
They are, and I love that. I take requests. I'm not above that. I'm always interested in knowing why did the people come, and the one way to do that is I actually kind of stop the show 2/3 of the way in just to say, is there anything unusual anybody out there wanted to hear? Sort of a deep track, not one of the top three. And that's fun for me. It makes it a different show. But in terms of what to expect for this particular show in Michigan, I'm really looking forward to this outdoor venue, by the way. I hear the weather's supposed to be great. And I'm also playing this gig on the same bill with my dear friends, the Blind Boys of Alabama. Now, we've done a lot of touring together, but somebody else is talking. But anyway, the Blind Boys of Alabama are on that, so hopefully we're going to collaborate a little bit as well.
Absolutely. The Blind Boys of Alabama, did a little digging on them, too. It seems to be a pretty intriguing group. For those who may not have heard of them, can you give them a little bit?
Well, there's really no way to describe them. You have to hear them. They're an amazing gospel group. Jimmy Carter, the oldest member of the group, who is now in his, has to be mid-90s, is still going strong, sounding great, looking great. And they have this great gospel harmony and vibe that is just absolutely joyous. The pictures I've seen of myself on stage with them, I've never looked happier in my life. So they're a pretty remarkable crew.
Do you have a base? Is that kind of where it started, gospel music for you?
Gospel music was huge, but mostly the singer-songwriters were the important ones. Sorry for that bell that keeps going off. I don't know how to turn it off.
That's okay.
Maybe angels are being born, or what was that thing in the movie?
Yes, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, every time a bell rings.
Life, yeah. Now I forgot what you were asking me.
Oh my goodness! No, I'll tell you what. We'll move on to the outdoor venue. Playing in Michigan. You've been to Michigan before. You've played in our state, but Frederick Meyer Gardens.
Never been there.
Yeah.
And I hear it's gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. When you get there, I think it might become one of your top favorite venues. If you haven't seen the layout, it is pretty impressive. The intimacy of such a large venue, to be that intimate with that many people. So when it comes to your tickets for this weekend, tell people when and where you're going to be, or what time, and how maybe we can get some people to your show.
I'm not sure. I'm definitely there Sunday night. The Blind Boy, I think I'm on first, and then the Blind Boys, and hopefully some collaboration. Maybe you see the specifics there. Seems like the show starts at 6:30, and I'm on first, so get there early.
Yeah, that's important to know, because a lot of times people will wait and think, oh, well, he's going to close the thing down. No, you want to get there right away, and trust me, the place will be packed before you even take the stage. People jam into this venue to see the great shows just because the venue itself is gorgeous, and it's Marc Cohn taking the stage. So we want to encourage people to get tickets. Marc, thank you so much for the time and for being witness to all these angels being born. Appreciate your time.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay. It's technology in the world we're living in, Marc. We cannot wait to see you this weekend.
I am a total Luddite. They asked me if I could turn it off. I'm like, I have no idea.
It's all right. Hey, play to your strengths, Marc. Play to your strengths. Grab a guitar.
That's what I'm doing.
Sit behind the piano. Appreciate the time, Marc.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Come see Blind Boys of Alabama and Marc Cohn. It's happening June 12th. That's this weekend. It's going to be a great show at Frederick Meyer Gardens. Tickets are still available. They cost $52. And as you heard, doors open around 5:15. The show starts around 6:30. You want to learn more, you want to purchase tickets, go to etix.com.